speech rather than sort of speaking from the head and forgetting things I want to say, but I really wanted to draw your attention to a couple of comparisons, and I want you to think hard about what I'm talking about. So Russian forces striked on multiple cities in Ukraine on July the 8th, 2024, killed at least 42 civilians, including 5 children, and injured at least 190, according to Ukrainian authorities. The attacks also caused significant damage to vital infrastructure, including the Okhmat Children's Hospital in Kiev, the country's largest children's hospital. We in the UK woke up to much solidarity with Ukraine. Government officials rightly condemned these attacks and pledged their renewed alliance with Ukraine. 3 billion a year in military support was pledged to Ukraine by our Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Yesterday, Saturday, an Israeli airstrike on a school building sheltering displaced Gazans in a city in Gaza has killed 100 so far, and many more injured waiting to succumb to their injuries. Israeli Defense Force says in this attack they killed 19 Hamas members. In the past, to eliminate Hamas and the danger to Israel, IDF have bombed schools, hospitals, kids playing on the beach, and residential areas. They have opened fire on ambulances and killed unarmed kids and foreign rescue workers trying to get to said kids. Yesterday saw 100 Gazans killed. We keep hearing the hostages must be returned and aid in. Well, what about the 1 in 5 Palestinians that have been arrested at some point in their lives, detained without trials, some heard in military courts rather than civil ones? Forced confessions, what about their freedom? What about freeing those hostages? As of April 2024, 9,500 Palestinians that we know about, there's many more that we don't know about, were in Israeli prisons. Many of them spoke of torture and inhumane treatment. So when we talk about dictatorships in other countries and other worlds, why don't we talk about this? When will we talk about the release of those hostages held in Israeli prisons? When will we talk about the arming of Israel and how many it kills daily? Our governments have shown their unfaltering support for Ukraine. Why have they not shown this for Palestine? They too have illegal occupation by a brutal armed nation. Why have we not pledged alliance to them? Palestine has faced such brutality for many decades, yet our stance is very different here. Is it because Britain helped create this apartheid regime, as stated by the ICJ just weeks ago? Is it because Israel in large resembles Europeans and are deemed white? Indeed, 85% of Israelis were European in 1948, when those facing persecution in Europe left for Israel. You still have roughly 30% born in Europe and America that have moved to Israel and lay stake to it. In that same year, Palestine saw Europeans come onto their lands. 700,000 Palestinians were expelled from their lands in the first Nakba in 1948. Whatever the reason for our government's starkly different approach between occupier brutality in Ukraine and the same in Palestine, we as a nation play a part in the destruction of Palestine. Our governments, past and present, set the motion for settlement in that place, and throughout the decades have enabled the destruction of Palestine further. So do we, the people, not have a right to say no to arms deals with Israel? Do we not have a right to demand the stoppage of killing and maiming of children? We have seen a week of unprecedented hate on our streets, and it has caused fear and anxiety amongst us. The fear myself, my family felt was quite something. Every time we walked in the streets, we started to think, is that person coughing? Is he going to spit at me? That person lifting up his hand, is he going to attack me? I felt like a prisoner in my own home. That's just a snippet, a slight tiny percentage of what the Palestinians feel every day. Not just 7th of October. 7th of October didn't start this. They've been feeling like this for many, many decades. And so today, when I come out here, I'm asking you to think about that. Think about what it felt like this week when we were on edge. And think about how much more, multiple times, do the Palestinians feel the fear for their lives, living in their own homes. I ask that you do all that is in your power to demand justice for Palestine. Give them their right to freedom and safe space in their land, sea and air. Demand a ceasefire. demand an end to the arms deals, demand an end to the illegal occupation, and always speak of Palestine. Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
I'm now going to pass over to Pete.
Thanks very much for that, Reppy. I think that was brilliant, and I'm going to echo a lot of what you said. I mean, people are asking, aren't they, why is it that when peace talks seem to be edging forwards painfully slowly, when that seems to be making progress, people ask, why is it that Israel chooses that time to bomb people, to blow those things out of the water? Why do they do that? Why is it they attack the neighbouring countries? Why is it they kill people who they're negotiating with? And I think the answer for that is quite simple. Although Israel can steal land from Palestinians in times of peace or in times of war, they find it more easy to steal that land in times of war, in the fog of war. Much easier for them to do that. So they'll, from the beginning, have sabotaged every attempt at peace. Every new act of brutality from Israel's occupying forces, every single new act of brutality we can be shocked about, but we can't be surprised about. Yesterday, Reppy talked about it, the news of yet another atrocity on the school. They dropped, the occupation forces dropped 3 2,000-pound bombs onto the Al Tabeen school in Gaza City. As Reppy said, shame, absolute shame. They killed over 100 people, massacred over 100 people in this one attack. We know the second part of the narrative as well, don't we? When Israel massacres people, they say they've killed Hamas fighters. But it's shown time and time again, they just make it up. It's a control and command centre, they say, every time they bomb a residential building, a school, a hospital, a mosque, a church. It's a control and command centre. It's a lie. They lie and they lie. The United Nations tells us that Israel bombed 21 schools in the last 40 days. But how can they manage to continue with this massacre after massacre? The USA, the White House, had put out an announcement to say they're deeply concerned about the attack on the school. And last Friday though, what did they do last Friday? They announced $3.5 billion extra of military funding to Israel. Some of that funding, by the way, goes to an Israeli battalion which has been repeatedly exposed as carrying out atrocities across the West Bank. Last April, the US itself determined that this battalion had been involved in grave human rights abuses. But the military funding goes on. David Lammy, the British Foreign Secretary, says he's appalled. The European Union is horrified. They point to 10 schools being attacked in the last week. But their talk is the cheapest possible talk. It's the cheapest talk you can possibly imagine. And Francesca Albanese from the United Nations, Special Rapporteur, hit the nail on the head when she said this: Israel is genociding the Palestinians one neighbourhood at a time, one hospital at a time, one school at a time, one refugee camp at a time, one safe zone at a time, with US and European weapons. And she added, may the Palestinians forgive us for our collective inability to protect them. The people responsible for these crimes can never be forgiven. There are other measures of Israel's brutality. A group of Israeli stormtroopers is filmed gang raping a prisoner. Kamala Harris, the paymaster, American vice president so far, and paymaster for Israeli troops, says she wants a swift and credible investigation. The US press spokesman says Israel must investigate. The concentration camp guards must investigate the atrocities at the concentration camps. This is the logic of what they're arguing. And in the meantime, the weapon flows go on. And what does Israel say? The finance minister, Smotrich, says the crime was filming the attack. That was the crime, he was filming the attack. The security minister, Ben Gvir, says that any action, including rape, is permissible if it happens for the security of the state. B'Tselem, the Israeli human rights organisation, advocacy group, published a report called Welcome to Hell, which describes this latest publicised attack as the tip of the iceberg, as they talk about the network of torture chambers spreading across Israel. So while the liberal media here try to cover for Israel, Ben-Gvir, cabinet minister in Israel, says everything published about the abominable conditions of Palestinians held in Israel's prisons is true. He supports it. It's a policy decision. And the widespread support for brutality goes on throughout the Israeli media. And here it's important to say this. It isn't some sickness that has overtaken Israel since October. It didn't even start in the 1967 wars and occupation. Israel was born through the Nakba, the catastrophe, through the planned and well-documented ethnic cleansing of Palestinians from their land. The methods were massacre, terror, torture, rape, and any form of brutality imaginable and many almost unimaginable. Again and again since, these methods have been used, on in this grim nightmare. Now, Israel was installed by Britain and other imperial powers, in answer to one of the points Repi really made, as a watchdog in the Middle East. The humanity of Palestinians had to be and has to be today systematically denied to allow that to happen. And today, these states are trying to shut down and outlaw solidarity with Palestine. We can't let that happen. The road to justice has to run through the replacement, the disappearance of a supremacist state, an apartheid state. A state for one people needs to be replaced for a secular democratic state where all are equal and all have an equal say in that society. One secular democratic state, from the river to the sea. Our demonstrations up and down the country and the national demonstrations in London continue to be massive. Keep fighting, keep arguing, especially in unions and at work. Bring people out to protest. We're still meeting people actually who don't know about our protests, so keep the arguments, keep the publicity. No to a wider Middle East war. Stop the genocide. Stop arming Israel. No to Islamophobia. And just a quick point on the fear that Repi talked about in the week. We started to turn the tide back on the racist and fascist on Wednesday. We started to turn the tide back. We turned out to oppose their call to terrorise Islamic communities, and we said, you ain't having the streets on your own. We're going to be there. You're not going to be allowed to do that. So, all of those things, stop arming Israel, turn out for the demos, free Palestine. Thanks for listening.
I'm going to introduce Paul to the stage now. Paul is a new speaker and I'm really proud of him. He's been wanting to speak for a long time but didn't know how he can do it. So please, a round of applause before he even starts, please.
Thank you. So all of the points I kind of prepared have been spoken very eloquently by Repi and Pete. But I want to touch on something. When the far-right riots suddenly sprung out of nowhere, I was scared. I'm like a white guy in the village, you know. So hats off to all our beautiful ethnic minorities who came out, and everyone else who came out to oppose them. I'm so proud of you. Will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. And like I said, we just had a little tiny taste. We just had stupid jobs with, they don't have guns, they don't have tanks, F-16s and bombs. But this is what the people of Gaza face every single day, all day. It never ends. And it's kind of like, wow, the strength of the Palestinian people is amazing to me.
Long live Palestine! Viva, viva! Palestina! Viva, viva! Palestina.
And then we can see every day more and more comes out about the Israeli regime and unfortunately the Israeli people. This is not just a few bad actors at the top. Because we had pro-rape riots. That's kind of crazy to say, but that's where Israeli society is at now. And we often don't use the news does not use the correct language now for Israel, or well, ever in the past really, because they always say, you know, so it's at the Hamas run health ministry, and Hamas is designated a terrorist organisation by the UK government, but they never say, oh, you know, the apartheid state of Israel as designated by the ICJ, the UN, and countless charity and human rights organisations. They never say that. Why? Why do they never say that?
Because they're funded by the Israeli lobby.
Yeah.
BBC's complicit. We see your complicity.
So, I mean, it's kind of, you should have a fun game of like, what things can I logistically put in front of Israel to describe them? Oh. So, I have, it's not too long, but the Western Back Road apartheid terrorist state of Israel, currently committing genocide. So, this is what we're fighting, but we are making a difference. Smotrich said that. He said that, you know, oh, it would be morally unjust to starve 2 million people. But yeah, yeah. But we doing our pressure have stopped that. So we are having small victories, and so we should also celebrate our small victories. It's very important that we celebrate our small victories to keep us going. So every small thing, every aid truck going into Gaza, every political win against the rogue apartheid terror state of Israel, be that the ICJ, things at the UN, countries recognising Palestine, we must celebrate those things, because all these small victories will add up to eventually a big victory. We're Palestine, thank you.
I think it's really important actually just to thank everybody that came out on Wednesday. I've seen quite a few faces, and genuinely from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Because I know a lot of you could have said it was nothing to do with me, you know, I'm being impacted by immigration, hopefully beneficially rather than the derogatory terms used by the far right. But you could have chosen to stay at home. I very nearly did stay at home because I was too scared. I was scared of what might happen. Tess and I kept on going. Tess kept saying, but what are we going to do? What are we going to do when we get there? What are we going to do? So I picked her up, took her back to my house, and we started walking to Broad Green area. And she says, right, we're walking. But what do we do? I was like, I don't know. So we get there, she said, right, well, what do we do now? I said, I don't know, we're just here. And she said, right, well, what happens when it kicks off? I said, well, this body doesn't really run, love, so we'll have to see. But there were so many people out there, not just Muslims, of every creed, no belief, of every type. They were out there saying, not on my watch. It was such a beautiful feeling. So when we got out there, actually, we stopped feeling scared because we had so many people. We had the likes of Pete Dilley cheering us on, going, it's okay. We had Sikh men from the Gurdwara across the other way of town come into the mosque and say, here's our numbers. We're here. If you need us, we're here. They patrolled around Manchester Road to make sure we're all okay. Because the fascist doesn't see the difference between a Sikh and a Muslim. They only see the skin colours and they want to attack. Palestine is being attacked because they're a slight different tinge of white than the white that some of you guys have. That's all it is. And it's people like you that come out and say, not on my watch, that makes a huge difference to people like me. So on Thursday, I was incredibly proud of Swindon. I was incredibly proud to say Swindon is my home because you came out. Thank you so much. And what I will say is, in whatever way you can, keep talking about Palestine. If you read an article, share it on your Facebook, share it on your WhatsApp groups, share it on your WhatsApp status, because you don't know who might read it and say, actually, I'm going to read more about Palestine. If you see a good film, talk about it. Film and popular culture is a good way to get people to learn. So when you say, I saw this film and this is how it made me feel at work, your colleagues are suddenly learning about Palestine without knowing so. And that's how you start to change hearts and minds. So please, keep talking about Palestine. Now we're going to start getting ready for the march. So if I can ask everybody to start heading up that way, please. Form an audible cue and we shall march like the true British that we are.
Right, I need a hand with a banner.
Okay.
I think we're only one banner big enough, right? To just take this one.
Guys, we've spoken a lot today about the fear and the courage and the bravery. Bravery, everyone is scared. Everyone, but the difference is when you find that courage to go out and face that fear, that's when they do not win. We have to remain united. So this is my message to you today. As we march today, let's march with that courage in our hearts, with a commitment to justice, and that we believe a better world, and the commitment to achieving a ceasefire in Gaza, to stamping out racism and Islamophobia. Here is to the better streets of Swindon. Free, 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 free.
Palestine!
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free!
The people, united, will never be defeated. United, will never be defeated. The people, united.
So, still haven't quite cut quite
Never be defeated.
But you know, things like it in India.
Palestine! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Palestine will live forever! Palestine will live forever! Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free! Palestine! 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 Palestina! Palestina!
The last election. We have one to do. This is your first one, is it?
Yeah, well, here, in Swindon.
Oh, welcome to the about
Welcome. Good to see you.
My downstairs mate lives in Bristol. He's at the shop downstairs.
Right.
And he was at the mosque on
There you go.
Wednesday.
Got it.
Oh, in Swindon?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So you've got to, so you can't go because it's at the shops.
Oh my goodness. No, that really just... all these tentative little coincidences and serendipities is what holds us together. We can't manage a big campaign, we can't manage big amounts of organisation. Yeah, that's it.
State.
And networks and channels. But which is good because I suppose when you flow organically like that, you know, if you're well-funded or
We march for justice! From Swindon to Gaza! We march for justice!
it's sustainable, so if you can't quite keep it up all the time, it's still a good signal
We march for justice!
Swindon to Gaza!
We march for justice!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever! Palestine! Palestine! Palestine will be free!
Palestine will live forever!
Resistance is justified!
Resistance is
Justified!
Too many children died! Too many children died!
Politicians, they all lie! Complicit in the genocide! Politicians, they all lie! Complicit in the genocide! Palestine! Palestine!
Socialist Party. If it's not Sunak, it's not Chairman. Who is the third one?
All Palestinians! We are all Palestinians!
very active.
Palestinians! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! We are all Palestinians!
We are all Palestinians!
All Palestinians!
We are all Palestinians!
We are all Palestinians!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Okay, after me, okay? Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Palestine is occupied!
Palestine is occupied!
Resistance is justified!
Resistance is justified!
Resistance is justified!
Resistance is justified!
Charge Israel for genocide!
Israel for genocide!
Charge Israel for genocide!
Israel for genocide!
Too many children died!
Too many children died!
Too many children died!
Too many children died!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Following the...
What's your issue? Christian.
Getting the weapon.
You're welcome! For what? The job we gave him. He didn't have a job, we didn't, but whoever it was that was doing what they were doing, now he has a job. I'm just saying thank you to the security guard is saying thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, but it's shut anyway. Shut it down. They're going to do some work on this branch till at the end of August or something. But we'll be back. Don't worry. Until then, their complicity, we will show withdraw those funds? Yeah, come on guys, you're not coming with me.
Palestinian blood. Your profits are covered in Palestinian blood.
Your profits are covered in Palestinian blood. Your profits are covered in Palestinian blood. Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free.
Palestine!
Free, free.
Palestine! Actually, let's not based on current affairs, let's actually not abuse the guy inside and actually give him a round of applause. Because he is here working bloody hard. Yes. We know in his heart where he stands. We know.
We hope so.
So let's go. From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever.
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever.
Stop arming Gaza.
Stop arming Israel.
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 Stop arming Israel. I know. It's not the chance. You can model that.
Palestine! 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 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no more! 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no more! 1, 6, 7, 8! Israel is a terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state! Terrorist state! Occupation no more! Israel is a terrorist state! Israel is a terrorist state! A terrorist state! A terrorist state! Palestine! 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 Palestine will be free!
I know I just touched on it briefly before we left, but every single one of you is coming out immediately after almost a year now, whether it's to fight the fascists off our streets, to come and stand up for Palestine. I'm proud of every single one of you. I am really honoured to stand with you all and be a part of this community, and I think we should give yourselves a massive round of applause. Each and every time is just a testament to your bravery.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Especially you, Aziz. You're my favourite, you know that. Sorry, Kathleen, I love you too. I didn't say this a ton of but I want to say that your bravery, this is a testament to your bravery, you showing up here in solidarity every single time. And it's not just about the Palestinians. All of this is linked. It is all funded by the Israeli lobby. You actually brought them out to the streets in the last weeks. And we are here to stand together against it. They want to distract us away from Gaza, away from Palestine. Go home with both of you! But I'm going to say we must continue to stand together and send a clear message that there's no place for hate in our streets, in our communities, or in our hearts. We stand together, united against anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism, and all forms of discrimination. Our movement is one of peace, justice, and solidarity across all lines of difference. So today, we protest for Gaza, for Sudan, for Congo, for peace, for humanity. From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
The people united
Will never be defeated.
The people united
Will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. Now let's go get the preacher.
capture.
Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! The people united will never be divided! The people united will never be divided! The people united will never be divided! Viva, viva! Palestina! Viva, viva! Palestina! Viva, viva! Palestina! Viva, viva! Palestina! Say it louder, say it more! Not a conflict, not a war! Say it louder, say it more! Not a conflict, not a war! Say it louder, say it more! Not a conflict, not a war! Say it louder, say it more! Not a conflict, not a war! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From Swindon to Gaza! We march for
Justice.
From Swindon to Gaza! We march for justice! From Swindon to Gaza! We march for justice! 1, 2, 3, 4! Israel is a terror state! 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 Right, here he comes, he's got his Israeli flag! Back him! Quick, I'll fucking see that flag!
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4! Capitalism! 1, 6, 7, 8! Israel is a terror state! Jesus is a Palestinian! Israel is a terror state! Jesus is a Palestinian! Israel is a terror state! 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 Terror state! Jesus was a Palestinian! 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 Palestine will be free! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We are better than this! We are bigger than this!
We are Swindon. Who are you? We are many. You are few.
Let's go, keep going, people! Jesus is a Palestinian! Just for education, stupid! In our thousands, in our millions! We are all Palestinians! In our thousands, in our millions! We are all Palestinians! In our thousands, in our millions! We are all Palestinians! In our
we march for justice. From Swindon to Gaza, 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 we march for justice. To Gaza, justice. Gaza, we march for justice. Occupation no more. Palestine. 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 Palestine.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free. Shut Yamin! Kosov Israel! Kosov Israel! It's okay, guys. Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Palestine will live forever! Palestine will live forever!
Told you yesterday, what else? You have no power to make an arrest on three people here. You lay any hands on anyone and you will get nicked on the sword. Take a hike. No, there is no
Do something about it then. Not done enough reform in this country. Do something about it. He keeps pointing his fingers. Must be turning in his grave.
You have no power to do that.
He's committing a criminal offence. That bloke with the glasses and the black shirt telling me. I'm walking peacefully.
Anyone can change. Anyone can change. You never know.
Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Free, free! free! Palestine! Palestine! Palestine!
Israel is a terrorist state. Officer. Please, officer. No more.
I want to make a report. I'm 58 years of age.
Palestine. 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 Palestine will be free. Palestina. 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 Palestina.
Amina, keep going.
Oh, please. Keep on going.
Just ignore her. This brown kid
Viva, viva! Palestina! Viva, viva! Palestina! Viva, viva! Palestina! Viva, viva! Palestina! 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no more! 5, 6,
We're better than Friday.
Israel is a terrorist state! 5, 6, 7, 8! Israel is a terrorist state! 5, 6, 7, 8! Israel is a terrorist state! 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 Viva, viva! Palestina!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state!
Israel is a
Terrorist state!
Israel is a
Terrorist state!
Israel is a
Terrorist state!
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever!
We are all Palestinians. We are all Palestinians. We are all Palestinians. Palestinians. Palestinians.
Come on.
Come on. Free.
And we took that guy outside.
He's all right with a bunch of
It's forever.
I think the guy in the red is the one that said he can't get jobs because of immigrants. And why can't you get jobs? What's being said? Oh, I've been in prison. I think he's the same one.
And a Welsh chap, dragon.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. He got kicked out 5 minutes after he came in. Because he threw a punch at a kid.
Oh, are you happy? Really? Oh, are you happy?
But we don't get upset.
We're better than them.
They've got about 3 teams between them.
Yes, one
as well.
There's no more. Israel is a terrorist state. Israel is a terrorist state. Terrorist state of arming Israel. Stop arming Gaza.
Children. If I can do that way, it's the same reason. Not deal with you, like, if you're effing different, you need to be with you. I can't. Yeah, no, I'm saying that. If this gentleman calls the guy what he did,
Yahoo.
from what I saw, and from what I've seen, okay, he started it, and then he got another one, and then he went like left and jeffing. So we'll bring things down, and everyone goes away, do like words of advice and leave it at that.
They're not worth our time.
No, I know, but they were blended in our group. I know. And that's wrong. That's like, yes, but if the police aren't stopping them coming into our room,
I know.
that's danger. We got some.
I agree. But we just walk past.
We don't come out.
Carry on doing that.
You can see that he's the one that starts it. He's us. But when he starts with our child, then we will get upset.
Terror state.
I'm not getting the kid, I'm just chatting formally, so then I'm being fair and balanced. You see what I'm saying? Yeah?
Dad said a bad words to that idiot boy, and Dad's now needs to have a conversation. That's all. It's fine. You didn't say a bad word, you're fine. Stay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more.
Justice! From Swindon to Gaza! We
March for justice.
From Swindon
To Gaza.
we
March for justice.
From Swindon
To Gaza.
we march for justice! From Swindon to Gaza!
We march for justice. We march for justice. To Gaza. We march for justice. Gaza. We march for justice. To Gaza. We march for justice. We march for justice. Gaza. We march for justice. Gaza. We march for justice. To Gaza. We march for justice. Gaza. We march for justice. Stop arming Israel! Stop arming Israel!
Stop arming Israel! Let me hear you!
Stop arming Israel! Stop arming Israel! Arming Israel! Arming Israel! Arming Israel! Arming Israel! For justice! To Gaza! March for justice! We march for justice! To Gaza! March for justice!
From Swindon to Gaza! We march for justice! From Swindon to Gaza! Where is he? Let me see. He told me he's coming! We march
For justice!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more!
1, 6, 7, 8!
Israel is a terror state!
1, 6, 7, 8!
Israel is a terror state!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8!
Israel is a terror state!
5, 6, 7, 8!
Israel is a terror state!
Israel is a
Terror state!
Israel is a
Terror state!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
Stop arming Israel!
Stop arming Israel!
Stop bombing Gaza!
Stop bombing Gaza!
Stop arming Israel!
Stop arming Israel!
Stop bombing Gaza!
Stop bombing Gaza!
Stop arming Israel!
Stop arming Israel!
Stop bombing Gaza!
Stop bombing Gaza!
The people united!
Will never be divided!
The people
United, never be divided!
The people
United, will never be divided! The people united will never be divided.
The people united
Will never be divided.
Palestine! Palestine! Palestine!
Palestine! Palestine! Palestine! Palestine! Palestine! Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine! 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 Say it louder, say it more. Not a conflict, not a war. 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 Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Stop arming Israel. Stop bombing Gaza. Stop arming Israel.
Stop bombing Gaza!
Stop bombing Gaza. Hurriya, hurriya. Hurriya, hurriya. Palestina, Yafia. Palestina, Yafia. Occupation no more. Occupation no more. Occupation no more. Israel is a terrorist state. Terrorist state. Terrorist state. Terrorist state. Palestina. Palestina. Occupation no more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Occupation no more.
1, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state. Terrorist state. Terrorist state. Free, free, Palestine. Free, free, Palestine.
All the Zionists are wasteman. All the Zionists are racist.
Oh, the Zionists are racist.
Hold on. Where's the speaker?
Dave's got it somewhere?
Sorry, Tony's got it.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you. Forever. Palestine. 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 Palestine.
Hold embargo now. 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 Thank you all very much for coming out here today. Very important that we keep going on Facebook now and here. Thank you very much. Going on. Showing people we won't be quiet. What's going to happen? We're back here again.
Guys, those guys that came to heckle us today, these are very same guys that were saying no immigration and all of this stuff, right? These are the cowards that played peekaboo with us in Broad Green. Are we really bothered by those kids that want to play peekaboo? They've got about 3 teeth between them all. Are we really bothered by that? No, we're not. We're not at all bothered by them, because between them they've got about 1.5 brain cells. And we are not going to stoop to their level. These are the idiots that do not know Christians reside in Gaza. These are the people that do not know the birthplace of Jesus Christ, who they are supposed to be preaching about, is from Palestine. More than likely a brown man. Are we really bothered by these people? Are we bothered by them?
No.
We ignore them. We don't give a damn about them. If they knew anything, they'll be here supporting. At the very least, they'll go about their own business. They're here to instigate. They're here for a reaction. We haven't got time to give reaction to people like that. We are here seeking justice for humanity, and that should be our sole purpose. So next time you see them, you laugh. And you thank God that we aren't like them. So now we say, free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Thank you once again, everyone, for coming. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again. I've seen quite a few new faces today, and I'm really proud of that. So like I said at the beginning, please keep talking about Palestine. Please keep talking about justice. Please keep demanding a ceasefire. Please keep saying no arms deals with Israel. Thank you.